Good morning, students. We have already finished reading Act 1, Scene 1, right? We have also gone through the question answers. If you have any difficulty in understanding those, please mention. In this class, we will be proceeding with Act 1, Scene 2. So before we proceed to the line-by-line explanations, let us know about the scene in a nutshell. So the scene opens in Belmont, where the rich heiress Portia lives. She is seen talking to her maid Nerissa, and she is seen very worried and very tired. So to her sadness, she mentions a reason, that is, she is unhappy because she is unable to choose the correct suitor for herself, as her dead father already designed a game of casket. She has to go abide by her father's testament. Now Nerissa is convincing her the man who will choose the right casket will be someone who will definitely love Portia as well. There is comedy as to discuss about various suitors with different perspective. And at the mention of Bassanio's name, Portia feels little shy, and here she shows her tender affection towards Bassanio. The scene ends with the arrival of the Prince of Morocco, the prospective suitor. Before we start any scene, we need to know the location and the characters present in the scene. So, Act 1, Scene 2. The location is Belmont, a room in Portia's house. Enter Portia and Nerissa. Portia: by my troth, Nerissa, my little body is aweary of this great world. Now, here we have seen a similarity. The way Antonio is seen complaining about his sadness to his friends Salarino and Salanio, Portia is also seen very sad and weary, right? And by my troth means truly, Nerissa, my little body is weary. My little poor body is tired of this great world, Nerissa, you should be sweet, madam, if your miseries were in the same abundance as your good fortunes are. To Portia's sadness, Nerissa replies, you would be like that, my dear, as your miseries are as great as the good fortune you inherit. Means the troubles are exactly the same, that much wealth you own. And yet, for aught I see, they are sick that surfeit with too much, as they that starve with nothing. So, for aught I see means for anything I see, they are sick, they will be very tired. Whom? That surfeit with too much, as those who have excess, as they that starve with nothing, as unhappy as the people who starve with nothing. Now you can see there is a direct comparison. The unhappiness of the people who generally starve with nothing is exactly to those who have excess. It is no mean happiness, therefore, to be seated in the mean. So, one should be happy only if you select somewhere in the middle. Superfluity comes sooner by white hairs. Means having too much brings you grey hair. But competency lives longer. But competency will bless you with a long life. To this, Portia says, good sentences and well pronounced. Yes, these are definitely good sentences and well spoken. Narisa, they should be better if they followed. Means they will be definitely better if they are followed by people. Portia, if to do were as easy as to know what were good to do. Means if it were easy to do good as to say good. Means we often say much good things, much good counsel to others, but when it comes to follow those, actually we found it very difficult. Now here Portia is referring the same by saying, if to do were as easy as to know what were good to do. Means if it were as easy to do good as it were to know is good. Chapels had been churches. Then chapels means what? Small churches. Small chapels will become great churches, and poor men's cottages princes' palaces, and poor men cottages will become royal palaces. Now here you can see the use of hyperbole, right? It is a good divine that follows his own instructions. It is a good priest. He is a good priest who follows the way he instructs others. I can easier teach 20 what were good to be done. Means I can more easily teach this type of 20 counsel that are good to be done than be one of 20 to follow mine own teaching. But it will be utter difficulty for me to follow one among those 20 counsels. My brain may devise laws for the blood, but a hot temper leaps over a cold degree. Now here we have seen Portia is drawing a difference between mind and heart. She is saying the brain may devise laws for the blood. Means the mind can draw up laws for the body, but a hot temper leaps over a cold degree. But the heat of desire jumps over these cold laws. Such a hair is madness the youth to skip over the messes of good counsel the cripple. Now here we have seen youthfulness is compared to a mad rabbit. The way the rabbit leaps over good counsel and it avoids the snare. Here by cripple she is showing us the old man who is trying to catch the rabbit, and the rabbit easily leaps over that. But this reasoning is not in the fashion to choose me a husband. But this advice is not worthy, and this is not going to help me in choosing the correct suitor for me. Oh me means oh dear. The word choose means it is not a case of choosing. I may neither choose whom I would nor refuse whom I dislike. Now here she is showing her difficulty. She can neither choose the one she likes nor rejects the one she dislikes. So is the will of a living daughter curbed by the will of a dead father. Means the will of a dead father actually overpowers my own wishes. Here we can see the word will. Here Portia has used a pun. By the word will, she is referring to her father's testament as well as her own wish. It is not heard, Narisa, that I cannot choose one nor refuse none, So don't you find it unfortunate, Narisa, that I can neither choose nor refuse a husband? Now to this, Narisa says, your father was ever virtuous, and holy men at their death have good inspirations. Means your father was always virtuous, and holy men often at their deathbed speak very good inspiration. They have good ideas. Therefore, the lottery that he hath devised in these 3 chests of gold, silver, and lead, therefore, the lottery game that he has designed for you, which is designed with the help of 3 caskets, that is gold, silver, and lead, whereof who chooses his meaning chooses you. Means whoever chooses the right one will get you as his wife. Will no doubt never be chosen by any rightly, but one who shall rightly love. I am very much sure that the man who will choose the right casket in order to get married to you will be definitely someone who loves you as well. But what warmth is there in your affection towards any of these princely suitors? So now she's asking Portia about her perspective regarding the suitors they have met so far. What warmth is there in your affection? Means what are your feelings toward the princely suitors that are already come, that have paid you their visits? To this Portia says, I pray thee, over-name them. I request you, just name them one by one. And as thou namest them, as you started naming them, I will describe them. I will start describing about them. And according to my description, level at my affection. And I will show how much affection I have for them. Now we will read up to 40, line number 40 today. I am not going to go fast because I know this is something you are reading for the first time. You may have difficulty. So we will read very short lessons every day, but we will read thoroughly. So I have read only from line number 1 to line number 40. Hopefully this won't be a burden to you. So please do read well. You will get the study material there in the study material section, and there will be an assignment also based on line number 1 to 40. So we'll meet in the next class and we'll proceed further. Till then, do read well, take care of yourself, be happy, be blessed, and have a great day ahead. Thank you.